She was fine. The girl was from the project, she had long brown hair, and her body beyond compare. She had a boyfriend, a drug dealer. For my single dudes looking to bag up a spicy Latina, I got 10 fragrances on deck in the designer space to help you achieve your lifelong goals. Now this video comes with a disclaimer, and please pay attention. If you are a non-Latino and have never been with a Latina and now want to get with a Latina, and these fragrances help you succeed in that, please do not hold me accountable for her slapping you, screaming at you for no reason, blaming you for everything even before you got together, and for her loud-ass family, including the 17 cousins that you never met. They're all cousins. Lo primo. But let's roll my fucking music so I can put you on to 10 designer fragrances to bag up a spicy Latina. Huh, good luck.
We're all alone. Yeah, there's some friends from the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Bless you, one of my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. This is your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Yeah, this was an unusual list to put together because a Latina is a very special creature. Some of the baddest in the world and some of the biggest headaches in the world, but that's women in general. I love y'all though. We'll use my brother-in-law as an example. For a nice young Nordic man, beautiful blue eyes, blonde hair, handsome chap, strapping individual who has been with my sister-in-law for well over 10 years, and he has depleted in life. His soul has left his body, his beautiful vitamin D deficient skin is now crumbling, and at his young 40 years of age, he looks 65, but he loves his life. That's what Latinas do. They suck your soul out. I want more. So these are 10 designer fragrances that is a very unique list I put together. When I do these lists, I sometimes just go then I put them together and I kind of politic them. This is a weird list with bangers in it, but there's a weird list and I have a method to my madness for all these fragrances. I'm laughing because the first fragrance that I selected really applies to that intro song, which is TKA Maria. If you don't know about freestyle music, you need to learn if you're gonna get with a Latina. Now, this isn't putting Latinas in a specific age bracket that you bagging, because at the end of the day, no matter what age they are, some of them keep themselves tight. If you think that 22-year-old shorty that you bagged at the bar is on fire, wait till you see her moms. So if you want to show mom some love and you want to remind her of the good old days with your young spry energy, you gotta pick a little Joop Homme, aka Joop. This is freestyle music in a bottle. This is Cynthia. This is TKA. This is Coro. If this sweet powerhouse doesn't remind you of the good old days or won't remind her of the good old days, I don't know what will. A gorgrific scent profile, often in the space of Creed's original Santal, but I think that this is the OG of OGs. Readily available, super affordable, has great performance, a very unique scent profile. I am yet to discover a fragrance that has more impact in the older generation than Joop. This is one of these legendary fragrances that is balling on a budget, and honestly, if you bring it back, or the generation that doesn't know this scent profile, I don't think it feels super dated. I think it has a sexy element to it that a lot of people are gonna enjoy, can absolutely help you bag that Latina MILF. Next one. Now, bagging up a Latina in the United States is overrated. Let's go to Mexico. Vamos a Colombia. Let's go to Santo Domingo. Let's go somewhere hot, sexy, where they're extra spicy. So you need something to combat that heat that still smells sexy. It's got a little tartness, and I'm talking about Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. Remember, you're gonna be dating a Latina, so it's not forever, it's forever. When you spray this fragrance and finally conquer that beautiful Latina, just keep in mind that there's some words in your vocabulary that are gonna have to modify it. Baby, we're going to Walmart. Vamos a Guamal. Honey, would you like a coffee from Starbucks? Vamos a ir a Starbucks. And also understanding that there's some words in Spanish that don't translate in English even when spelled out. Like when she screams at you for not flushing the toilet, oye, dejate tremendo mojón. Mojón, if you spell it out, it says mojon. Doesn't translate. Sexy, beautiful, tart, bright, outstanding performance in the hot weather, and a scent profile that will bag a shorty up outside of the US. Next one. Classics never die. And when you talk about an amazing scent profile that is pounding in citric vetiver, Terre is a beast. Look at the size of this bottle and look at the type of dent that this has on it. This is one of these signature scents that has always worked in the last 20 freaking years. In the urban community donde hay mucha Latina, there's no way that this isn't on somebody's medicine cabinet, drawer, counter, next to 5 saints and offerings in front of them. You're gonna have to get used to that too, gringo. In wearing this particular fragrance and you finally conquering that beautiful Latina and getting invited to the parents' house, get used to some random saints all over the place that have been taken care of better than the apartment. Make sure you come with a bottomless pit stomach, because God forbid you don't eat all the food on the plate. Oh my God. Just jump out the window. Hopefully it's a 5th floor. And any leftover food is not thrown away. It's given to the dog who's been humping your leg the entire time, and you gotta let him, because God forbid you scream at the dog, you will get stabbed by her father. I'm just letting you know, the dog eats better than most people. Dog food has never existed in that home. Ese perro come arroz con frijoles negro. Terre Hermes, beautiful, sexy signature. Citrus to bag up your Latina. Next one. Speaking of classics never died, Dolce Gabbana The One Eau de Parfum. If there was a fragrance hall of fame, this has to be there. A gorgeous, sweet, overall sexy, perfect date night fragrance in the designer space by far. This is one of these fragrances that Dolce Gabbana knocked out of the park. The EDT one was a super popular one, but I feel like once this joint dropped, it changed the game. Best way to describe this fragrance is warm, sexy, seductive, tobacco, shit that a Latina appreciates. She wants to know you're a man's man, that you can put yourself together on point. She can't see a dude with busted, dirty white sneakers. She will stab you in your eye. You know, nowadays you can pay $700 for a pair of distressed looking sneakers. No, they're dirty ass sneakers, and you're not pulling up to a Latina's house on some date shit with some distressed looking sneakers, some golden gooses, whatever the hell they're called, and think she's gonna go out in public with you. That's not happening. Be well composed, smelling amazing, your lineup better be on point, and your credit card better not hit that overdraft limit. Dolce Gabbana The One EDP, fire. Next one. A Latina that grew up with her parents is a daddy's girl. That's daddy's princess. She's looking for a man to remind her of her daddy. That's just the way it is. Why you think she calls you papi? So to convince her and her family that you have a older soul, a legendary profile, you're gonna pull out Dior Fahrenheit. Nothing's gonna bring back those fond memories of her hanging out with daddy than Dior Fahrenheit. Now, you don't wanna be her daddy, you wanna be her papi. And this violet leaf gem is a classical masterpiece with a ridiculous amount of performance. Now, this is a selective fragrance, so it has to be a particular type. It can't be these new millennials. She's gotta be a little bit older, a little wiser, so established, maybe a child, because this is only gonna be appreciated by a woman, not a little girl. So a legendary scent profile that will make you come off like, oh, you're not a Dior Sauvage type dude, you want some different. Dior Fahrenheit is it. Next one. And although you don't have the vehicle yet, you can still rock the fragrance, and that's Mercedes-Benz Select Night. This joint is an overall sexy fragrance to bag up multiple Latinas. Her and her friends. I mean, these new type of chicks is into all kind of kinky shit. She probably slept with her friend, and if that's the case, you hit the lotto. Shout out to Yolanda Vega. Cardamom and Oud done right. One of the best Mercedes-Benz fragrances that I have encountered, and overall in that car brand space, easily in the top 3 that I've smelled currently, maybe top 2. Amazing performance, beautiful scent profile, very sexy, very date night appropriate. Going out, clubbing, partying, date night, meeting the folks, picking up her son from her exes. All perfect occasions that you will involve yourself with a beautiful Latina. Damn it, got married too early. Next one. This fragrance was an absolute surprise. I love the gingery nuance in this fragrance and this weird sweetness about it that has this crazy sexiness. The 2 times that I've worn this fragrance, it's been a nice surprise, and I think it's highly appropriate for you to bag up esa tremenda chula. Hugo Boss, the scent absolute. Fresh yet dark, fruity yet bright. Sexy yet not overpowering. It's a well-balanced scent profile that isn't like, oh my God, so groundbreaking. But once it does what it's supposed to do, hits the mark right on. Hits the nail right on the head. This screams vibrancy, energy, spiciness, mass appeal, sexy, dark, voluptuous. Great scent profile that separates you just enough but give you that mass appeal quality that you're looking for. You gotta be attention grabbing, you gotta be put together, you gotta be on point, you gotta put in the effort, and this fragrance is putting in the effort. I mean, starting with your best foot forward. Next one. You know what I love about my ageless Latina? That no matter she's got a crazy ex-husband, no matter she got a couple of kids, when she goes out to the 9s, bro. Looking unbelievable, looking as good as she did when she was 22, even though she's 52. You're not aging, mama, you're fine wine. Top shelf. And only my top shelf gets platinum Egoiste. Cause I'm coming out, and I'm coming out with thunder. I'm showing you that this hip replacement works. Fresh masculinity, Sexy vibes, maturity only. If you's a young buck with a quick nut, go that way. Cause she ain't gonna put up with you. She's quick to let you know that you underperformed, and you cannot wear a fragrance that underperforms, and you can't have anything that underperforms, cause she will blow you up and destroy your ego faster than the movie Gone in 60 Seconds. This fragrance is only gonna attract the best of the best, the most refined, the delicate, crazy. I love the crazy. The ones that are going to ruin your life in the best way possible. And I get it. I understand it. I welcome it. I live it. So Platinum Egoiste can definitely help you succeed at bagging up that Latina. Oh God. Let's say you want to go for something a little bit soft but still sexy, got that right amount of powderiness, a good amount of spiciness, this minerality to it. You're gonna go with Valentino, born in Roma. Sweet, airy, safe, sexy, dry, woody, perfect, well balanced, jeans and t-shirt, very chill, great performer, beautiful scent profile, nothing too abrasive or aggressive, but beautifully underwhelming. Sometimes you just don't want to go in complete powerhouse mode. You want to just chill, relax, be easy, not come off too harsh, not come off too intimidating, not come off too aggressive, but still have a very pleasant scent profile. And I feel like Valentino, born in Roma, has that sexiness. It's like a subtle sexiness. Very calm, cool, bassy kind of voice, just walking in there and not being overly intimidated. A nice little combination of Shamar Moore mixed with William Levy. Next one. And finally, you want to get into that designer oud space, but not be overly aggressive or funky. Versace Oud Noir. Beautiful leather and wearable oud, slight freshness coming from that neroli. But even though I feel some type of way about neroli, it brings this softness to this oudy fragrance that makes it a nice balance on your skin. When it dries down is when the party begins, because this shit becomes a little spicy on that dry down, and that's what you want. You want spicy, you want hot. Better get used to eating some chiles or adding some spice to that bland ass food that you're used to. Thanksgiving turkey is not gonna be the same anymore, because it's gonna be 17 strips of bacon right on top. Ultimately, there are 10 amazing fragrances in the designer space to help you bag that spicy Latina. Again, disclaimer in the beginning, replay it. I am not responsible for your credit. I'm not responsible for your debt. I'm not responsible for you having to take care of 2 kids that are not your own. I'm not responsible for the crazy, best, amazing sex that you ever had in your life. I'm not responsible for your massive weight gain in the next 6 months. And I'm not responsible for ruining your life. But it's gonna be the best roller coaster ride you ever been on. I love y'all motherfuckers from the heart, and I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know it is biggest in the game. Good luck, Pablo. You're gonna be speaking Spanish in no time. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? For the fly gun holder, money folder, Motorola start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think